Hey guys, and well, hey guys, what the Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So recently I had the pleasure of seeing this amazing movie. Yes, I said it already, this amazing movie with my roommates Anthony and Haley, and honestly, we were just in the theater like, yo, this movie is really good. Seeing the original Ghostbusters, such nostalgic value. I love the original one, cringe and all, it's great. The second one, not really, slightly potentially so at all really, but it's okay because it still has nostalgic value. Directed by Jason Reitman, he did right in this movie. He did right with the casting, the cinematography, the storyline. Everything was really on point. As I said, the cast is just low-key studded. You got Paul Rudd, Carrie Coon, Finn Wolfhard, McKenna Grace, Logan Kim, and Celeste O'Connor. The list goes on, man. All of these people did such a phenomenal job. I really have to give props to them. And even more props to the director, because without great direction, you cannot have a good and cohesive movie. So from the start of this movie, we are just thrown in to the true Ghostbusters nature. Once we got through the intro of the movie, I initially was like, okay, well, we are in for a great ride here, folks. This movie just touched on such great points in calling back to the original Ghostbusters movie. So anytime you would hear like a reference or see something, you know, you're just like, oh my god, that is so dope. They incorporated it perfectly. I don't really like to praise things too much because I don't want to seem like I'm, you know, overly biased. It is hard when it comes to movies like this because this movie genuinely was just too good. There weren't many times where I was like, well, don't like that. The only thing that I can really say truly about this movie that I was slightly disappointed with was the fact that there were certain characters that did not come into the movie. Maybe another thing about this movie that is kind of a negative is sometimes the humor just didn't land, and that's okay because that's the cringe aspect of Ghostbusters. It's supposed to be goofy, it's supposed to be a comedy, and sometimes the jokes just didn't land for me. But when I tell you that there weren't that many moments like that, there weren't that many moments like that at all. This movie just incorporated such great humor, such great acting, great cinematography, and great use of these special effects that go into the Ghostbusters aspect of the movie. Another great thing about this movie is, as I said earlier, they did a lot of callbacks to the original. But man, there's a point in this movie that there's a true callback to the original, as in there's certain things that happen in sequences in this movie that you're like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. They just said, beep, boop, here you go. Ghostbusters fans, all of us were going crazy in the theater. There were some people that were actually dressed up like Ghostbusters, and Anthony and I were like, man, these people are dedicated. And, you know, I give them props, man. I guarantee if it was a Star Wars movie that, you know, we had highly been anticipating and Anthony and I had, you know, Jedi robes, I guarantee you we'd be in a theater with Jedi robes. So power to them too. I will say that if you haven't seen the movie yet, there are 2 after credit scenes, so stay put for those because you're gonna love that. By the time we get to the end of the movie and the climax of everything happening, the emotional aspect of the movie just gets so intense, and it is great. And I think that that's another reason why I really love this movie. It's because it really grips you. I didn't expect to feel that emotionally invested or emotionally connected to various characters. But then you see certain things happen closer to the end of the movie and you're like, oh my goodness, they really did that. Certain events transpire and you're just sitting there like, man, this movie is really good. The director really had a great vision for this, an amazing vision. And I gotta give him props because what a great job was done. Well, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm totally kidding. Thank you for watching this review, guys. I appreciate it as always. And hey, listen, if you enjoyed this movie as much as I did, or you haven't seen it yet, please comment down below. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell next to it so you get a notification anytime there's a new video. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you in the next one.